on the PBS show the other night. This is the most dysfunctional, sociopathic individual in this country, next to George Herbert Walker Bush and his misfit monkey brain son. So they used to store cocaine together up there in Bunkport, Maine for years, didn't they?
Yeah, they have. And they shoot heroin, too. Daddy Bush and his heroin, your habit, Daddy, at 80 years of age, jumping out of airplanes. What kind of human does these kind of things and lives in the 80s, Tom? I wonder if it's human.
I don't know, but I'm not going to, I will say one thing, that the guy sure, how old is he now, Daddy Bush?
82, something like that, 83 now. Yeah.
I got bad news for the American people. He plans to live forever.
If he's what I've been told, he might just do that. Maybe he's lived for 1,000 years, a few thousand years already.
Clinton, on the other hand, has Parkinson's disease, has a bad heart, so he doesn't know what he's saying half the time. He's a nervous wreck because he's got that crazy wife that he'd scream at him every day.
Nutcase. She's still throwing plates and hitting the windows.
Oh yeah, and she, you heard she went nuts the night of the North Korean thing. I've been usurped. You and Gore usurped me. Well, it took Gore, and Gore basically went over there to begin with, and then they said they're not going to hand over the girls to Gore. They only hand them over to Clinton. So at that point, Gore called Clinton and says, "Get your ass over and bring these girls home, and keep your wife off the phone." But she's the one that tipped off the North Koreans to pick up the girls to begin with, because these current TV journalists were about to, they actually got documents from a North Korean defector that showed how the Federal Reserve had a trading platform in North Korea that was not only used on the behalf of the Bush-Clinton crime family syndicate to loot the U.S. Treasury, but to loot the Chinese sovereign funds. Obviously, these girls were dangerous and were a threat to the Bushes and the Clintons.
By the way, I have something.
And I'll tell you another. Go ahead. I'm sorry,
Tom, and I just say it because I think everybody ought to know it, and should we say it needs to be said. But the Chinese are launching a U.S. Satellite soon, and this U.S. satellite, folks, has a death ray on it. It's capable of killing people with this ray, and Homeland Security is the delivery point after the Chinese shoot it up in the next few days.
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, a death ray on U.S. Homeland Security. That means there's another one up there that, among a few others, that the military has and a few other agencies. Now we have some nutcase, and FBI will be at the joystick shooting people and killing people with the death ray. So yeah, thanks, Chinese government, for launching this for the United States here in the next few days.
Yeah, and most of this technology China has was thanks to Clinton and Kenneth Starr, who handed over the stuff to them.
And they're launched it this way because they keep it in secret, folks, from you, the American people.
Yeah, they got...
Once again, they'll have another toy to use against the American people who don't comply. Because if you're a Christian or you're a patriot, you don't belong on the face of the earth.
No,
in America, according to George Herbert Walker Bush.
Yeah, and you know, it still amazes me to this day that well, I don't want to get into that, but
I got news for George Bush, and maybe we should close this for the whole Bush crime family with the French national anthem, because I love the sound of this voice, Tom. And those famous words, let the impure blood of those tyrants and kings flow in our furrows.
I think we should, given their assistance. Our day of liberation will be forthcoming. I again want to thank the sponsor of this program for allowing us to speak, and now we bring you Madame Edith Piaf, the French Marseillaise in Rockaway.
That was the Tom Hannigan Stu Webb Intel Hour. This is Freedom Fighters for America at freedomfightersforamerica.com, ending this show with the Ballad of the Green Berets.